Problem may be of any kind in relation to sustainability, sustainable energy, sustainable transportation, sustainable government, sustainable any type for that matter. Okay, energy, climate, or product, or machine, or service of any type. You want a sustainable product or service, or a method or a strategy, or a problem solution to a problem. In all, what you are going to do, you are going to collect all the papers related to this topic you have chosen. You have started with a research question. You have a question saying that which is the best energy for, it can be region wise or globally, which is the best energy, sustainable energy for solving our problems or for all types of processing or fulfilling all the industrial requirements. Or it may be which is the economic energy, or which is affordable for underdeveloped countries or developing countries. You can choose any type of research question like this. Take the words, keywords, and the synonym of these keywords. Find out the journal papers, number of journal papers, collect number of journal papers, arrange them in order, right? In the order in which your objectives are there. For first objective, maybe to collect for your paper, it may be collection of all literatures related to the topic. Number two may be the actual word, actual question asked, what is the best energy? Third will be what is the affordable energy, or the energy chosen is whether affordable or not. These two are yours, two questions, two more questions you asked in the research or in the topic that we are going to discuss. So you collect literatures related to the keywords of this question, say 15 to 20, or depending on the members you have and the availability of sources. You can collect from elsewhere, Medley, then DORJ, Science Direct, ASC, IEEE, ICAM, ACS, any type of database you can refer or journal you can refer. They are all peer reviewed. You can collect the journal papers and then arrange in the order in which you can plan your review. This is all you are doing systematic review. Critical review is another part that requires a lot of knowledge and experience. You fully utilize your critical comments in your writing based on what other people have done. That critical part I am not asking you to do. You're only doing a review on what people have done already. Based on the review, you collect the information, you rework on the information to find out the solution for your question set in the paper. In doing so, after all collecting the paper, arranging the method is up to the authors you are doing. If you don't understand, you can come to me. Nowadays, people can travel to university. You can come to university either one or two, or you can represent. All of the team also can come and meet me in the university, or call, make an appointment to make a call through WhatsApp or to MS Team. You can clarify, sir, I have collected these papers. This is my objective. How to arrange it? You can ask me the method. Otherwise, you set yourself the methodology for analysis. After all, you collected the paper in relation to your objectives. I repeat, each objective will have 10 to 20 papers, right? Then only you have information. The feeder input is from all past works. Information you're not going to collect from internet or textbook, or you're not going to generate the information. You only pull out the information from the past work, past published peer reviewed journals, publications, right? The informations are available in publications. You have to collect from there. And then what you have to do, after all collecting the information, you need to collate and then start doing your, there is no actually a literature review section for you, this type of paper writing. But if you want, you can just arrange whatever you collected according to the objective. Just put the paragraph that you are taking from. You can take from to report on these past work. You can get the information from abstract and conclusion. Abstract will say what are the objective, what are the methods, and the conclusion will say what they achieved, what was their result, what was their future direction. That future direction will be your question for your further research. Okay, you can choose that way. And then if you choose one journal, inside got 20 to 50 journals inside already. you can go by that journal also. If you take one journal, in the reference column of that particular journal, you can find so many other papers. You can also go through those papers, just copy and paste in Google. You can get it. Nowadays, ResearchGate, everybody is posting their paper. There is no issue of collecting the paper. You don't have to go to the website itself. You can collect from ResearchGate, and it is more ResearchGate, Academia, all are posting their papers. You can easily get the paper. Download it, read. If you collect a few papers, each paper has number of papers already published in, the reference inside. Just take the related paper and then get the information. It is only the desktop work. A lot of desktop work is involved. You may have to have patience and do a team player. You have to do a group work, share your work, and then it should be a good team player. Otherwise, you cannot succeed. Right? Divide the job, divide the section, and then meet frequently, once in a week, or at least. If it is towards the end, you have to meet almost every day to accomplish the job. Right? Where we are. Once you finish this collection of paper, you can literature review also. As I said before, take from abstract and conclusion those things, and then put it in a paragraph one by one according to the format it was there in the paper itself. You can follow either by just by name or by number. I will show the example. The literature review can be written just following the same journal. After collecting the paper, you just arrange it like this. Let's directly go into the method. One moment. Okay, at this point, introduction. Your literature review will fall under this introduction. See, this is the number 4. Number 4 is referring to the 4th reference paper that was there in the list inside here. Number 4 is somewhere here in the reference here. See here, the reference list. Under reference list, they are referring to this paper. This paper is cited in the content as number 4. And this paper title is, where's the title? Charge one moment. Okay. Okay. So you can refer this number 4 as the journal paper inside, and it is written here as a paragraph, simple paragraph. And then number 5, this is the paragraph taken from that particular journal, and this is the paragraph taken from this particular journal. This is the paragraph taken from this journal. So take the information only, write it like this. These are all combining your literature review section. You call this as a literature review, but you can put it under literature introduction or literature review itself. And then how do you do the review? After writing this review, you can go for methodology. How to do the methodology? Methodology is here. I will do. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Before, yes, no.
Can you see the screen video?
Yes.
Okay. I don't give, there are plenty of methods available online. You can refer and do it. But I found these 3 are very simple and informative. That's why I purposely put this. What you have to do, you have objectives, right? Just now I told you, you can have 2 or 3 objectives, arrange it like this, and then collect all the information related to this topic, right? Related to this topic, this topic, this topic, and this topic. Group the papers first, and then from first paper, second paper, right? For first paper, what is the objective 1? And then objective 2, objective 3, objective 4. Reference to what is the objective 2, whether it is related to, in objective 2 means under objective 2, what are the things that you want to compare. So arrange in according to the paper again. This is across and this is along the column wise. Column wise you are arranging. whether this paper is related to objective 1, whether this paper is objective 1 or 2, or both of them relate to this one. Either way, right? You arrange it, which paper is relating to which objective. That is one way of doing. Once you have found this one, this is an example one. Synthesize the first objective. They have these many characteristics, the criteria they have chosen: composition of material, methodology, synthesis, method of synthesis, and then characterization. They have chosen these as a criteria. Then they go to each journal to find out the information related to this criteria from each journal. Okay, and then you can have another type of analysis like major concepts, methods, theory used. So these are the criteria they fix, and these informations are taken from each journal related to this topic. Okay, with this journal, which method they use, which concept they use, and the same journal, what theory they use, what instruments they use, what application is here, what result they achieve, tabulate it. And this one, you have to prepare your own tabular column to do all these criteria. This is one way of doing. Once you finish this part, you can tabulate, and you can do by tabulation or you do by chart, come out with the answer saying that past works, so and so technology is successful to 90% or 80%, or you can use the statistical treatment, I mean statistics, by finding the average, by finding the standard deviation, or finding the what you call skewness, right? When you plot, for example, concepts used from all journals, plot across all journals, what are the concepts used. If it is same, almost all people have used the same methodology, then you can come to a conclusion saying that this method or this concept or this problem is still valid, is optimistic, and giving what kind of result, what is the performance result, how many regions they can use. All these things you can write in your own words. That is what you are reviewing in. And then like this, you can set your own criteria, get the information from references, plot it or tabulate it, or write in paragraph what are they. That is how you can come out with a solution for your question. Or otherwise, the second method, in the second method, actually I have given an elaborate presentation in the beginning. I don't know where, the second method. The second method is also a very good method. You divide into part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Again, based on the objective. The part 1, part 2, part 3 is referring to the objective. Keep it like that. Very simple. So after this, one moment, you can listen to the audio later. Let me finish giving you the brief. So just the same method I explained last time. You can keep all the objectives. Either you can do it by tabulation of, put the criteria, put all the legends, and then tabulate it, or put a chart or analyze. I will give you examples and easier. Here, for example, see here, he has taken all the, these are the criteria, right? These are the criteria, like the, just now I show you concept, methodology, its application, limitation, and then or clients, and then economic, and so on. You can arrange all the criteria here, across which he has used the properties like MR fluids, ER fluids. For maybe you can check if it is energy, wind energy, solar energy, something like that. You can arrange it. And then wind energy is covered by one paper. I don't know why he didn't put the paper. Normally, the last column will be the paper that it is referring to. Okay, if wind energy is taken from one paper, you just put the reference citation of this paper here, and then give the information. Like that, you arrange all the information directly taken from, or it is taken from the journals. Prepare this tabular column. That is where you are doing the groundwork for your review. You need to arrange all the information according to the criteria you have chosen in a tabular column. And then what? This one, chronological. See all the research question according to the chronology, year of publication. For this question, how many years they publish, right? From here to here, all these questions are answered by this paper. And this is second objective, your research question. And this is answered by these many papers between this and this. and this question is answered by this maybe. Like for example, I don't know whether this is a good example for you or not. We have one software, or we can take this one, very good example, the Android came in late last century, right? So all, whether Android is, the performance of Android is satisfactory or not, then the year of compilation will be 2022 to 2000 to 2020. Whether before this is not Android, right? Normal cell phone, right? I don't know the platform, just IO, some IOI, right? What kind of performance by the old non-Android types, right? That one will be from 80s to, not even 80 or 90s to 2000, something like that. Based on the chronological development of that particular technology also, you can arrange it, put the year, the range of year, and the question, then you can analyze. And then like this, that's all. 3 types are there. You can choose any of these 3 types to answer your question. Let me show the example, then only you'll understand. One moment, I take the paper for you. I have some example paper. I like this paper, but I don't know whether you like it or not. One moment. This is a simple one. Okay, can you see the screen? One sample paper for on this one. Can you all see the paper? See here, trends in analytical chemistry. Okay, like trends in e-batteries. You want to develop e-batteries. What are the e-batteries? That electrical batteries, what is the history starting from origin? Whether the no time, right? Where the time no electric e-batteries are there, and up to the time where the e-batteries are successfully running and it is having a life period, say another 10 or 20 years, you can mention. So when you want to analyze that or review on e-batteries, right? You will review on e-batteries or solar technology or wind energy or greenhouses. You can do like this. Collect all the papers related to the keyword that you have chosen. See here, they have chosen the keywords, and then introduction part will have the background, why you have chosen this topic, and some of the literature also you can do it. Here is trend in analytical chemistry. What they have done. Okay, in this case, all about the microplast assessment. The headings, that broad headings that they have chosen for analysis, because it's a review paper, there is no separate literature review itself. If you want, you can add the way I told you. Under each objective, you can group your papers. That is one thing. And that too, it will fall under introduction chapter itself. Okay, no need of a literature review, separate literature review on that, because you're going to do a detailed systematic review as the core part of the paper itself. Right, coming here, microplast. They were classified under microplastic assessment, which is third one, section 3. Under one section only, they put it under one section, microplastic assessment. The trend in analytic chemistry, they have chosen only microplastic assessment under microplastics, concentration, and then what is it? 2.1, 2.1, 2.2, 2. One moment. Very simple paper, you can also follow this one. 2.3, microfiltration. Sorry, no, identification. Number 1 is microplastic, all about the microplastic, right? Number 1 is, where's the page? Number 1 is all about microplastic and about concentration, reviews and studies and works done in related to concentration of these plastics, and then identification. That's all I think. Yeah, identification. They have taken a 3 classification only. Under that, they put all the papers systematically to review. Take this microplastics. Under microplastic, you see, they have discussed about the paper, and also they have given a diagram, I think. Let's go to the diagram. Picture, if you borrow, put like this. If necessary, you add, otherwise no need to add picture. Come on, this is your review part. This is your review part. See here, they have chosen the criteria as location, collection method, volume of sample used, filtration mesh, reported values standardized to particles per liter, right? They have chosen these legends, and these are the things you people have to sit down and analyze based on the collected paper. Keep these labels. Under this, go by paper, which papers are related to, or either you arrange this and then arrange this, or first prepare this and find out the paper which has all this information, and then give the numbers, just numbers, and these numbers will be there in your reference section. Complete details of this paper will be available in reference section. Put here the location, say location specific, all people cannot use this. Very nicely they listed out the countries. So anyone who is going through this paper will know there is a limitation in their own country. Say for example, Jordan, no Jordan is covered, so they cannot use it. Or there should be further research to be done for apply. Check whether it is applicable for Jordan, Congo, Nigeria, or San Francisco. You have to find out later on. And then collection method, individual collection methods, volumes used, filtration mesh, all the information are all collected from the paper only. Like this table you need to prepare. This is one of the best result of your systematic review. Once you prepare the table, you can discuss here where it is increasing, decreasing, or mostly used, or average, and an average how it is performing, like that. You show all the information that collected all from the table only, right? There's another table they prepare. This is another table. Like this, you prepare another table. What is here is a continuation. I think they use the same legends, but this is varying. The place is varying. What is the difference between this and this? Data from small volume bulk samples. This is data from new toes reported on an area basis, MP particles, right, per unit area. So this is another way of doing. They have two classification. One is from small, another from new toes. I don't know what are they referring to. This you have to check inside. So they classify into two categories, and then for the same label, they prepare their own table, all from the papers collected. Lastly, analysis, qualitative or quantity, also they are having. Like this, you prepare your own table, you will have enough information to discuss under results and discussion column. Finally, conclusion will be the same thing from result, just take an salient results in terms of numbers and significant effect on the questions you set. Then summarize here, summary of your results and discussion, or specific terms of your findings from the results and discussion will be written here, and then reference finish. Any question? If you want, I can take another one to show. Any question? I think this is not. Any other question? See, they nicely put down the research question. This paper has a research questions are the translation of your objectives, right? You set the objectives to find the strategy for solving smoking problem. Then question will be smoking is injurious to health, like that. You set some question, find out through this type of systematic review a solution for the pollution, solution for the problem. Okay, or you can also do the flow chart. Very nice one is a flow chart also you can prepare. Instead of preparing a table, you find it difficult to prepare the table, which is hierarchically, you want to represent the growth of this technology hierarchically. I mean, what do you call it? Historically, right? Historically, then you can put under this flow chart and say, and see here the broad collection of all the papers are found here. All the papers. These are all the papers. I don't know. This is the paper, I think, and this is the paper. Author, year, author, year, author, year. Like this also you can do it. A good tabletop work is required for you to complete this research paper writing.
Ma'am, we cannot see.
Cannot see. This one, I used to go from the beginning. This is one another good example I was telling just now. It's about systematic review and network meta-analysis of the efficacy and safety of lidocaine 700 milligram medicated plaster versus pregabalin. Don't worry about the title, so much medical terms, don't worry. Now they are doing the systematic review like this. What they have done, they set the criteria first. They want to, these are the labels under which they are going to analyze: population, compactor, interventions, efficacy, safety outcomes, and then study design. These are the criteria. Like this you can say, these are your labels of your table, the headings of your table, something like that. And then here they said the research question. All of you should have a research question like this. Research questions are the questions you translate your objectives or rewrite the objectives in terms of question. Okay, your objective is to solve something means you ask what is the solution for this. That's your research question. Objective is to solve COVID-19. What would be the best vaccine for? What is the best vaccine for COVID-19 disease? Like that you write. That's a research question. Your objective is to find the best medicine for, best vaccination for COVID-19. That is your objective. So you translate your objectives into research question. Your objective may be found somewhere here, right? Somewhere here you would have written. Actually, you do a literature review based on the research question set in the beginning. You have some question, you do some studies by literature review, come out with a solution. That is what you are doing in the research paper writing. Okay, so you can plan like this way also, a very good paper presentation. Just now I was explaining, it might be your data may be presented in terms of table, in terms of charts, like this flowchart also okay. If you want to represent the hierarchy, the development of this particular technology, historical development, or I forgot the term, long time back I used this, historical development, right? One by one, the hierarchy of from birth to death, not death, the future, future forecast you can do from by plotting this flowchart like this over the year, over the period of time, over the period of the region, or over the developments also you can put down like this to explain. Once you prepare this tabular column, this is your review, this is your own work, and based on this work you discuss here. With that, your research paper is completed. The rest you can put it like this tabular column. You don't have to waste your paper collection. The rest you can tabulate like this. Okay. Any question? Otherwise, I continue with our new topic on. I have to complete some few more slides in project management, and then go ahead with risk analysis. Interesting topic on risk analysis. I want to have the what do you call the quizzes, but we do next class. I spend a lot of time in this. Next class we do the quizzes for project management. Any question in paper writing? You start writing. If you find it difficult, still not clear, you can approach me anytime. But don't come last week. I will not accept. Do it right now. I'm available anytime by phone, by WhatsApp, by MS Team, calling or coming to meet me at the campus also fine. Settle. Only 1 or 2 batches have approached me already. So few 3, 4 I think. The rest I don't know what happened, what are they doing, whether they are interested, they're planning to get A or not. A grade is given to whom? You know already, right? Get ready for that. It's a good chance, this is not going to end with this. The same methodology you can follow for your other modules like FYP. All FYP nowadays they want you to publish it, right? It's a good exercise for you already. Put hands to start writing, then only you will have number of questions, you will know where you are. Now, come on. Yes.
Doctor?
Yes.
How many methods do you need us like to overview a minimum like number?
Choose any one method.
One method. Okay. What about the objectives?
Minimum 3, maximum 4.
Okay, thank you so much.
You start writing, even if you fail to write also, it's a good job you have done, I tell you. The meaning is you are learning. Okay, you are learning. And when you go to FYP, I'm sure all of you can publish. Your 100 rupees you can publish already. I'm sure. You will have the confidence. Only if you do, you will have the confidence. If you climb the mountain, you will have the confidence. Sitting down and staying, standing at the bottom of the hill and staring at the hill, you cannot get the confidence at all, isn't it? You must cross, you must climb over, you must cross the iron gate.
Miss, you said objective. Is it similar to the research question?
Yes, exactly. You
Okay.
find the questions first, then the subjective, or get the object. I mean, first, normally the logic of writing is you get the research question first, then change it to objectives. Like there is a pollution always, find out the objective, set the objective, say solution for this pollution, or methodology for this pollution, strategy for pollution, right? Something like that. Similar, both are related.
Okay, Miss.
You want to discuss all about the ill effects of smoking, then your question will be smoking is injurious to health. Then your paper will be discussing about health issues related to smoking, drinking. If you want to talk about the drinking or any other types of health related matters, you put the question as is it healthy, unhealthy, like that. But must be related to the objective set. Any other question? If not, I continue with the last class. Any other question? Are you clear with the methodology? The girl who asked me, I forgot the name. Who asked me just now? The methodology, not clear. What's her name? Can you say your name, please?
Miss is me Chu Sing.
Have you got an idea? I am not sure. I'm sure you will still have problem. Have you got an idea?
Yeah, now I have the idea of choosing the method just now you explained. So we just choose one method and draw a methodology.
Start writing. I'm here to correct you. Don't worry. By next week, I fully involve you for your paper writing. Let me finish these slides. Some topics, all these topics that I'm teaching you, like sustainability, design, developments, all are there in your previous section itself. I'm sure IR would have completed. I will quickly go through these slides and then fully involve into checking your paper. Maybe around 10th week, I will start fully checking your papers, advising you to the direction, the right direction to complete your paper. With that, I'm sure you can complete it and publish. At least the under review is very good. You are on the track, okay? You need to do. But by 10th week, we are supposed to submit. Let me see how many are doing. Okay, let me start with this slide. Because group work, I'm sure the burden is less. You divide the topic. Only thing you have to coordinate. In each and everyone is the leader of the group. That's why I never put leader. Otherwise you will get complaint. Each and everyone in the group is a leader itself. Must take initiative to arrange meeting, call people, regular meeting, regular checking progress, discuss. It's one way of developing your skills as engineer, team player, role model, team spirit, right? All are developed. Where is it? Product management. Already send the slide to you. We talked just before virtual. Okay, the types of. Let me continue with the project management.
Static review.
Okay. Some general procedure in scheduling, time scheduling. Establish the project. I think it is also done. You need to have objectives in setting your Gantt chart, preparing your Gantt chart. Activities should be there and the sequencing one after another, or some of the activities may be going parallelly, and the duration of each activity. Relationship, right? The relationship of each activity is also important. Whether it's independent, the first action is dependent on the second. I mean, the second is dependent on first, or how many numbers are dependent on the first. The relationship also must be known well. Critical path. You need to plot a critical path. I'll show example in the next slide. Finally, implement the schedule. The critical path will be something like this. Say for example, this one is saying about construction. At the construction site, they start with the clearance of the site. All the site preliminary work will be done very first. That's why the job is to start and then go ahead with the site clearance, proceed, and there is a parallel work. The sequence is a parallel job going on. Only this type of network diagram or pathway can explain you how the works are carried out one after another. Here you can see two works gone eventually, cut and fill and excavate from the culvert. They are going together. If you represent pictorially, it is easy for the managers to go through and the subordinates to follow up and monitor, right? And this is leading to basement, start with the basement, and then the hidden layer is saying, although the time is not used, there is some action going on. There is no duration covered, but there is some activity going on. And then this route has started with the excavation and culvert and construct the culvert, and then some maybe curing. Actual activity, labor, charges are not there, but maybe a curing. You say curing. Just put water after you construct the culvert, supply water and keep it for some duration, wherein there is no manpower, there is no money, there is no much materials used. You still have some duration to pass through, and then at this point they are meeting, both routes are meeting here. Finally you achieve the development, construction of the pavement, then implement it, put to use. So like this type of sequential arrangement of the activities with the duration, with the risk, how much risk involved. You may have to calculate the risk also at each and every point. Nowadays, to safeguard people, right? If you take accidents due to construction is the number 2 in the world. Road accidents number 1. Number 2 is the number 1. Number 1 or 2, I forgot. Falling from height. Wherever there is a high-rise building, it has eaten away so much of souls, so much of people. They're falling from height. That's why nowadays safety is important. Safety. And then machineries, wherever the machineries, shop things, hazardous materials are involved. Again, the safety come into play, right? So we have to maintain a good track of work, good monitoring of work by having this type of charts. And then there's another example is like this. Activities are arranged here. Duration with the dates are also there. They mark from this to this an activity, and then another activity there's a gap, and then there's another activity. Like this also you can prepare. This is a good example for MOHIA, Ministry of Higher Education, Malaysia. They have come out with a call for project. This project, this actually called for proposal. They are calling for proposal for funding the project. And this activity is also involving development of their project schedule. You see here the project schedule. These are the activities. Calling for proposal of funding for the research under transdisciplinary scheme. They develop this Gantt chart. This is a Gantt chart, example of a Gantt chart for managing this calling for proposal project. What they did, these are the activities. They have to initiate, plan, execute, control, and closing, right? In the initial stage, it starts with choosing a real problem and then identifying 3 or more disciplinaries. Under planning, study the real. So they are interconnected. See, then you can also show the interdependency of first level to second level, first stage to second stage at each and every sub stages. study the real problem, study each field, develop new fundamental methodology. So with this, the planning is over. Then coming to the execution point, you need to actually develop, must be new technology, and then apply the new technology or tested the new technology, and then have control evaluation, finally close by showing some visible output, like maybe published paper, patent, trademark. If it is a product, it may be a trademark, or if it is a theory, a copyright, right? Program, also copyright. Like that, end up with some publication to the society, right? This is a good example for preparing a Gantt chart. With this, the project management topic is over. I will conduct the quizzes next class. Let me continue with the next chapter on risk analysis. What is risk? Quickly, what is risk? Attending class every day is a risky job. Is it so? It is so. Is it risky to attend class every day, getting 100% result? Attendance result, I mean. Is it risky? Risk management. Hey, we are going to end the time. Only 5 minutes left. What do we take attendance? All are there? How many students? There is a hand raised. And who is that? What's your question? Can you ask me now? Quickly. 10 more. I have another meeting at 4 o'clock. But you can approach me anytime. Don't worry about disturbing me. I'm happy to do that. Okay? As long as you learn and do a good job, we are very happy to help you anytime. Round the clock, I'm sitting with the computer only. Don't worry, okay? You can disturb me, get clarified, but don't come at the last minute, and then I get total tense up everything. You plan to achieve a grade. Work from the beginning. One moment, what is it? Risk. Only 94 here. 8 absent today. Do you have any other classes?
Yes, Miss, we have another class on 3:30.
Suddenly my computer quit. Suddenly the MS Team shut down. Okay. Anyway, I will continue in the next class for risk management. It's time up already. Any quick question?
No, sir. No,
Okay,
miss.
I post the slides to you for risk management. Read and come. Next class must be interactive, not like sleeping. Although next class is on the morning, so you should be very brisk to answer questions. Make it interactive. Otherwise, you cannot run the theory classes. Okay, I stop here. I stop recording.